everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the S.H.Figuarts Orochimaru, Seeker of Immortality from the Naruto franchise. Now, Orochimaru has always been one of those special types of villains where you hate them so freaking much and you really want them out of the picture, but they're so good at annoying you that they are just such a good villain. As the series progressed, they went from a completely bad character to be a sort of morally grey character, but they're still really, really annoying, and they tend to do everything for their own benefit, whether or not that's the short game or the long game. I don't know how they are recently, just because I cannot be bothered with any of the Boruto stuff, but as far as the mainline and Shippuden was concerned, he was a very sort of conniving character, and really, really annoying but menacing and really good in that respect. But this is the S.H.Figuarts Orochimaru, and it works for any Naruto or Shippuden display because his design didn't really change. Now, the box looks just about like any other Naruto Figuarts. There's a clear window on the front, promo image on the side, more promo images on the back and sides. Just looks really, really good. The stuff they've been doing lately with Naruto, like the last year, has just been fantastic. I think they've nailed it, and it's taken them way less time than it did with sort of like nailing Dragon Ball Z. And effectively every Naruto figure in the last year has been good, whereas Dragon Ball's been a little bit hit or miss. But taken out of the box, here's Orochimaru, and he looks absolutely fantastic. All of the detail work is spot on, proportions great, paint great, what little paint there is great, and even the subtle shading is really, really good. Just a very clean, simple sculpt, but they've got everything right. Now, he does share quite a few similarities with the rest of the line. In particular, I think that his legs are identical to Kakashi's, and all those legs for the Naruto characters are pretty identical as well. They function exactly the same, but they are really, really good. There's some great dynamic range in them, and thanks to the flexible skirt material, you can get a lot out of this figure as well. I don't know why the Naruto figures and the Dragon Ball figures can get this right, but the One Piece figures can't, because the stuff with the Zoro skirt was just stupid. But anyway, Orochimaru looks really, really good. Here he is next to S.H.Figuarts Sasuke. This is the pre-time skip Sasuke. And here he is next to a HG Gundam. This is the HG Gundam Ariel, so you can see how he would stack up against similar figures of that sort of height. And we'll jump right into posability. So he's got a ball joint at the head. It's a little limited due to the front and back hair, but the back hair does have a hinge, so you can play around with it a bit. So you can look down that far and up that far, and the hinge helps a bit. It sort of just makes the hair look dynamic, but it's nice to have. The arms can move out that far without any further assistance. They can butterfly forward, which is really good, and I like how it works with the sculpt. There is a swivel at the upper arm, as well as a bend at the elbows and a hinge at the wrist. There's a ball joint in the upper torso, which allows for pretty good range, some good bends for ab crunching, and he can arc back a decent amount too. The bow on his back can move around a little bit as well. There's ball joints on either side. And his skirt, like I said, is flexible, so he can lift it up. He can do the splits pretty much perfectly. And there is a bit of a waist rotation. Takes a little bit of work to get to it, but it's fine. He can kick forward that far, and he can hold it, and he can barely kick back. There's a double bend at the knee, which is great. There's a really good pivot at the ankle, as well as a toe bend. So just about standard for the modern S.H.Figuarts line for Naruto, but that is a really, really good standard, and I feel incredibly confident moving everything around on it. I know he can hold the poses, and I know he can do what I need him to do, so I'm really, really glad that Orochimaru turned out like this. So Orochimaru comes with 4 faces. He's got a sort of neutral smiling face, which I think works really well with the sort of sinister style of Orochimaru. There's a wide open mouth sort of yelling smile. It's a bit hard to describe. There's a straight up smile with his open mouth. He looks like he's up to something, which he probably is. As well as a sort of angry smile, open face type thing with his tongue sticking out. And it looks really disgusting and really, really good. All of his faces, he's smiling in some sort of way, and I think it works really well because that's sort of how Orochimaru is always portrayed. It's nothing is really that serious to him. He's always sort of playing around or up to something. Everything's within his control. And he also comes with an alternate head for Sasuke. I thought it was going to be an alternate face, but it's actually a full-on head. And that's because you can't swap out the hair, and he doesn't have his Shinobi headband. So it's not compatible with the head from the previous release, so you can't have this face with the headband, but I think it works pretty well. But with all of those accessories, you can have a bit of fun with him. Swapping out the arms for the snake accessory is easy. You can do it on either arm with relative ease. Things like putting in the sword, it's nice and straightforward. Even the folded arms accessory is probably the easiest time I've ever had putting in the folded arms. I think they've really nailed it. I don't know why they don't do it like this for other Figuarts, but the way they've done it here is just perfect. But with all of his accessories, you can have quite a bit of fun with him. He's got fantastic range. Like I said, I'm confident in moving him and posing him in just about anything. He just feels good to handle. I'm really looking forward to the Obito that's just come out, and hopefully I'll have him soon. And I've heard that he is even better than this, so I'm really looking forward to this and many more Naruto Figuarts in the future, because I think they've just nailed it. They know what they're doing. The quality control on all of these has been pretty fantastic, and they're just joys to handle. And now that we've got Orochimaru, I really want that Jiraiya event exclusive one. Hopefully they'll do a Tsunade somewhere down the line so we can have all the 3 sent in. Yeah, he's just a really good figure. I just have a lot of fun playing with him, even though I hate his guts. But that doesn't mean he's not a good figure. He's a very good villain. But yeah, this is just really nice. I really like it. Highly recommend it if you want better Naruto figures, if you're missing a villain in the line. Like I said, he works with the Naruto line perfectly fine, works with the Shippuden line just as well. There's no real difference between pre and post time skip. So I think it fits in really nicely. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time.